Hello and welcome to SquishiVision Games. A couple of months back I invested in some kit to help me with my live streaming, and so I'm going to talk you through what kit I've bought and I'm going to set it up, and you can see basically the steps that I've taken to set it up. Now you might ask, what is the need to invest in some kit to live stream games when, well, for my case I have a PS4 which definitely does come with the ability to live stream inbuilt, so why would I buy some more kit? And there's certain disadvantages, for me at least, live streaming through PS4 which don't fit my needs. The first one is to use a webcam whilst you're live streaming through PS4. You need to invest in a PlayStation camera, which is all well and good if you have one, but I don't. But what I do have are at least two webcams, my inbuilt one and the one that I bought a couple of months ago. That's actually a HD version. I have in particular a Logitech one. I can't exactly remember the model, but it's a HD 1080p Logitech one. The second disadvantage is that when you live stream through PS4, it forces you to have these bars on the side where it has chat, information about user, gamer, and other such information, which basically reduces the amount of screen which is dedicated to the video game. Now this is potentially all well and good if you are someone successful enough to be guaranteed viewers who will input chat into your live stream, but if you're just starting out, or if you're someone who has pretty much absolutely no viewers whatsoever, it's wasted space, which basically will put people off viewing your thing in the first place. The final disadvantage is that when you live stream through the PS4, you have to use the microphone that you have attached into your controller as your sound recording device. Now this has two further disadvantages. Firstly, if you're wanting to communicate with people you're gaming with, you can't because it's being dedicated to your live stream recording. And secondly, your quality of sound recording is whatever the sound recording ability of the microphone is, and as these microphones are built for chatting rather than recording high quality narration, it's not as good. For these 50 each, I'm going to need 200 iron. That is 200, right? So ideally you want to have another microphone to record your sound with. So to that end, I've bought a couple of kit that will sort of let me to do live streams my own way. It also means that I can live stream through computer software rather than PS4 software, which gives me extra ability. So I, being poor as I am, use OBS, which stands for the Open Broadcast Software, and it's pretty much the standard open source free live stream software. If you want to pay, I guess the one you'd want to go for is Wiretap. I can't remember, but I'll put it down here. But with OBS, it lets me put in my opening titles before my video. It lets me cut between different angles, different text things, stuff like that. So it gets me more control over the output of my video. It means I'm not having to go straight into video. I can have that. And it also means that I can record onto a computer as well as live stream, which means that I have the footage already ready to then download it off YouTube or download it off a PS4. I can get it straight onto my computer and edit that. If I want to do an edited version, not even live stream, I just want to record into a computer, I already have that ability. So we'll start with the most basic of stuff, the least technical. The first thing I have here is a scissor desktop mount. I imagine mine cost £9.99. I imagine you can get one cheaper, but yeah, it basically tightens onto the desk. You don't have to drill anything in either. You basically put it on there and you tighten it in. All the links to all the kit will be in the description below if you want the exact models that I have, but basically you can probably buy any store or off Amazon like that. The second most basic one is a pop filter screen. I won't tell you what pop filters are for because you can just Google it. It's going to waste time, but you should definitely have one, especially if you're going to use a condenser mic like I have. You can probably get these for really, really cheap. I got mine for $16.99. That's simply because I got bored of waiting for my when I bought off Amazon to arrive, and it ends up that they never actually sent it to me. And I was like, well, screw this. And this was Maplin's, and I bought it from Maplin's, which is extortionately priced at $16.99, but that's the price I was willing to pay at that moment of my frustration. The next thing I got was your pretty much standard studio condenser microphone. This one, can't quite remember the brand of it. It'll be and some text below. But yeah, it's a pretty standard mic, so I'll unbox that now. So this is your microphone. Then you've got an air filter, which you probably won't need if you're filming indoors. You need an air filter. You definitely don't need a windshield, I should say, rather. You definitely don't need for indoors. My pop filter will take care of that. You've got your stand here, which obviously then get rid of vibrations because it's got the elastic around it, and then your cable. The microphone is $17.99. Now, as I'll be recording sound directly into my computer, so then it'll sync with OBS and it'll sync with the inputting gaming footage and my webcam footage. The sound ports on your computers aren't usually designed to power microphones of that, standards and quality. We're usually just there to power your basic desktop mics. So you also want to invest in some phantom power. This one is InnoGear Phantom Power i229, but it's basically any phantom power that'll give you 48 volts is basically all you need. When you just plug it in and you plug it into your power supply, and you plug your input in, your output in, and that's basically that powers that. This one in particular cost me $15.99. And then we come to the most expensive of the kit that I bought. This is AverMedia LGP Lite one-click and all capture. So this is basically my capture card. So obviously you take the HDMI output from your PS4, and the capture card basically transfers it into a USB signal that then your computer can recognize input and then record. So this cost me $59.98, and this is basically the cheapest one of good quality that I could find. If you're able to invest more, I imagine you probably would want to. I imagine some advantage to doing so. We'll see when I actually live stream how good this is, because as you can see, it's not actually been opened yet. But that's what you need basically. This is the most fundamental part of live streaming through your computer, is you need a capture card. You don't need also just the sound stuff, which you don't need if you're not going to use that recorded sound. You can use your computer microphone and that's that, but if you want to have good quality sounds, you want to get a good quality microphone. So that's basically all the kit that I have. So I'm now going to go through it and hopefully set it up and see if it works. If it doesn't work, this is going to be a very interesting video, so we'll see how that goes. So the first thing I'm going to set up is my microphone. I'll get the sound stuff working first, and then we'll go and work into the other stuff. So I imagine not much to this, as it's just a basically powered mic. So we'll get this onto my stand, and then we'll get the phantom power set up, and hopefully we'll get an input into the computer. So what I'll do is I'll mount this onto my stand, and then we'll filter this through it. Wonder which way it goes actually. Interesting. Does it go this way? I imagine it goes. Yeah, it looks like it goes in rear way first. It's a bit stiff. Probably because I was putting it backwards. Okay, well, I'm actually going to put this in first because it's very stiff. So we'll just have it like that. I wonder if. Okay, so you press. Where are we? You press these. You can't see them, but there are two sort of things inside. You press them in, that opens it up, and you can then push it in. So excuse the fact that I'm terribly backlit. I just can't bother to move my lights around. So this already has a mic clip on it, but as we don't need one because we've got the sound, we've got the one that's on here already. So I'm gonna unscrew this off, and then we'll see what type of mount we've got on. Hopefully it'll fit. It came with this nice sort of adapter, so if it doesn't fit, then hopefully that will, but it looks like it's going to go on, or am I completely in the wrong? I imagine if I put this on here, we'll see. Yeah, that looks like better. Yep, so that's fitting on nicely. Question is, which way do I want it on? Right, that's tightened. I imagine, I don't know, I usually talk into this sort of face down, so I'll have it like that. What we want to put on here now is the pop filter. So just trying to work out where I want to put this. Imagine if I just clip it onto here, or perhaps here. Yeah, if put it onto the actual mic part, the neck of the mic, and then see, so the only one they had, and this is the clip they've got. It's not the best, so might have to invest and then I might have to return this and give it back. I think I still have a receipt, but we'll see how that goes. It's not as close to it as I would like. And obviously, yeah. So okay, I can't put it on this part of the stand because then when I move it up and down, it moves different. So it has to be on this. But it's not really wanting to bend in the right way. Okay, if I put it on top, that's alright. And finally, I want to wire it in. Now, actually I don't, because it comes with your standard 3.55mm aux jack, and that's what's going to go to my computer. But I want to put in the phantom power one first, and then put it into the power. So, okay, so let's unbox the phantom power. It just comes with specifications, notes, don't use in direct sunlight, features, but pretty much instructions are basically just you plug in your mic and you put it into your sound card, which in which case is my computer. So we'll do that. There's our power adapter. That's our cables, and there's our phantom power supply. So it's basically this box, nothing much to it. You got an off switch here, and your inputs, your outputs, and your power. Okay, so I'm going to put the input, which will be my male end of the cable that comes into here, into the input there. Get in and around. And that'll go, I guess, next to my computer here. And then this cable will just basically loop around my stand a couple of times. Probably doesn't help, I've got all these wires around here. So, just skipping forward a bit. Here is the setup of my microphone. I've changed it so it's pointing towards me now. There's my pop filter coming on from the top. The wire is wrapped around, then that goes across my desk into the input, and the output then comes out and into my microphone slot, and then obviously it's plugged in below. Now, been having a bit of a problem, so I was testing it out, and there's a lot of noise, and I can't tell if that noise is because of the microphone. Can't test if the noise is because of any of the cables, the phantom supply, or even the laptop's input. I've been testing it on Audacity against both my computer's default microphone and this microphone, and as you can see, so the bottom track is the microphone and the top track is my computer. Computer has both a louder input and less noise than the microphone.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. What I've done on OBS is I've put 3 filters. A noise suppression filter firstly to try and get rid of the background noise. Gain just to then boost back up some of the sound. And then a noise gate which then gets rid of, because what's left after the suppression, the gain is a sort of a whine noise, a whiny background noise, and the gain just turns off the microphone when I'm not speaking. That still doesn't help because when I'm speaking there's a whine which you don't get with my laptop microphone, and my laptop microphone has the one disadvantage, which is it's a bit echoey. Not terribly, but you can tell it's not removing the reverb from the room as this microphone is, but this microphone is picking up a lot of background noise. It doesn't sound like background noise though, it's not a shh, it's a crinkly, high-pitched noise, makes me think it's something to do with the microphone. That I will play with a bit more, but at the moment, this microphone doesn't sell on me. But now we'll move swiftly on to the main part, which is the capture card. Okay, so that's set up now. It's basically a USB cord into my computer, and then the HDMI in from PS4, HDMI out, which then goes to my screen so I can see what I'm doing. And then if we go and switch over to my computer, we'll see that quite happily. Okay, well, what we got here is the wizard. And I'll select the game console, and you see quite happily in the video source we have the input from a PS4, audio, nothing there, those things, etc. We click ready, and yeah, we've got that. So I can record, I can take photos, but we don't want this. What we want is we want it to go through OBS. So I'm gonna get rid of you. Stream. I don't know if this is what I want. I imagine I'll look at a case. Yeah, so this is basically if I want to stream from there straight into here. But again, that's not what I want because I want it to go through OBS. So this software I downloaded off of the website here. But again, we don't want you. There's a stream engine which says this makes it compliant with things like OBS Wirecast, which is what I forgot earlier. I think that's a Wiretap, which is something completely different. So if we bring up Stream Engine, we'll see what this gives us. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to restart OBS. And we will just drag OBS into the screen. And let's make a new scene. Let's make this new stream just stream. And then let's see if we can find so I imagine it'd be video capture device. It's not coming up, which is a bit annoying. So clearly something is wrong here. So I'll try to figure it out. So it took me a couple of hours and an entire plate of pasta, but I have finally figured it out. So the problem is that on my PS4 I had HDCP turned on, which prevents the capture card from actually recording the footage. So once I turn that off, I now get the thing streamed in, and that is working beautifully. That's the setup. Still have to work out the kinks with this microphone and to get that working, because at the moment my computer microphone is actually better, which is obviously not ideal because I paid money for this and it looks better. And it can pull it down up and it's really cool. So I need to figure that out. What I will do is I will record some footage with this and we'll see. Okie dokie, so this is essentially what my setup would turn out to be like. I'm using this microphone for the time being just so then we can actually see what it sounds like, and you obviously know what it sounds like. It's a microphone with the noise suppression filter on and the noise gate filter on. But obviously we'll now switch to the view of basically my capture card input, and the game will launch up Rainbow Siege, just so we can get a feel of the mix levels between my microphone and the game sounds. Now, the annoying thing about OBS is you don't actually know what your levels are like unless you've played it back. So you can't, plug in a headset and listen to your sound levels live, which is a bit annoying because it does mean that you're having to assume that the sound levels. So yeah, I mean, I can see the sound levels now and they seem to be matching what I've got now. I can't trim it and check. I can see the levels on OBS and I have to go on those levels. So if you hear what, I don't know if you heard what I said, because again, I have to judge levels here. So it looks like this is quite loud. I'm going to turn it down. But as far as I know, levels were the right amount, because I can't hear it back live. I'm just looking at the visual representation. Hopefully that's okay. I mean, yeah. But yeah, so that's a setup. So it's the AverMedia LGP Lite, and then a microphone with questionable standards. Though to be fair, you might not even notice the background noise when you've got the noise of the game playing, or you do notice it, and it's worse. It's going to be basically one of the two. But hopefully, I don't know if to describe this as a tutorial or a walkthrough or a vlog. It's some mixture of the three. I guess a good thing about using this microphone is it's probably not going to catch the sound of the screen as I'm not talking. I'll test it out. I don't know, can I swap my microphone while I'm recording? See, now I've switched back to my, I hope I've switched back to my computer microphone, and from what I look at the levels when I'm not talking, it seems to pick up the game sound, which obviously will be actually worse when I'm recording. So maybe for that reason alone I have to use this, so hopefully I can get this resolved. I'll put this back and see what it's like. But yeah, hopefully that's been instructive, and hopefully it'll help the quality of my future gaming videos. So thank you for watching. I don't know if you can hear that. River, shush. No, I'm filming. Apparently this is a common problem. You film, and that's when cats decide to be very vocal.